welcome back to the Lovin Daily. I want to get right into the story. So there's a woman missing in the Maldives right now. It's a very scary time for her husband. She's 8 months pregnant. She went for a swim in the afternoon and she hasn't been heard since. We posted the story. Bettina, welcome to the show. You heard the story, you got in touch with us, and you wanted to share your experience to make people aware. First of all, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So you read the story and you were also in the Maldives at the same time, is that right?
Yeah, we were in the Maldives 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
and my friend tagged me in the story when she saw it because that was literally what I had just told her on that day that we almost got drowned in the Maldives, and that's literally the last thing you think that could happen. And when I read the story, it made me so sad. And I thought like I would like to talk about my experience because luckily we survived. And I think it's just not well known enough that there is even a possibility to get drowned in the Maldives. And so I assume at the moment in February or March, it's the current is really strong.
Mhm.
And I guess that the problem is that it's not communicated well enough. So I think that's also what happened to this lady, and I'm so sorry about him losing his love and his baby because I mean we don't know what happened to her, but most probably, I mean, actually we were close. My partner, my fiance told me, you know, you have to save yourself, you have to leave me.
Yeah. So this is I've read exactly what happened to you and I got chills. I couldn't even imagine being in that situation and we're really praying for the return of Gidra who is lost. So authorities are still searching. But can you tell us what happened to you? You know, you think of the Maldives, you think of beautiful, idyllic, calm seas. And you went on a short snorkeling trip, or was it a swimming, or how did you get into the point that you were in difficulty?
You know, actually we just had arrived there, and that was literally we were 1 hour after our arrival. Our host brought us to a villa. He said like, you know, there where the blue water, because we had an overwater villa, and so you are pretty much in the sea right away. And he said like where the light blue water ends, you should go there because there is the best place for snorkeling, and you should really go there. It's beautiful there. So we just arrived and we were like, all right. We saw stingray and we were like, okay, let's go snorkel. And we had our masks. And they said they will bring the fins, but we didn't have fins. But we were just like, you know, we're just snorkeling around the villa, like going to the reef that's like literally 15 meters, maybe. It's not going to be dangerous. I mean, you would never think that it's dangerous. And no one really has mentioned anything that it could be dangerous, right?
Nothing.
Life threatening. Nothing. I mean, they explain everything from where is this and where is that, but like this most important maybe information that by the way, be careful because at some point during the day the current will be really high and most probably you could get drowned. This information they unfortunately they missed out. But at least I know where's happy hour.
They kept the key
uh
stuff for your introduction, so it was on the first day of your arrival. Wow.
yeah, like 2 hours after we arrived, literally, we went to the water and we had our masks. So, you know, you snorkel. Like, you're not swimming normally. You just snorkel, you see what is down there. And literally, we didn't realize how strong it is. But I have a video from the next day. And literally, when you just go into the water and you do nothing, like within a few seconds, you're out because the way they have built the villas, the water comes from the other side through the other villas down and pushes you out to the sea. So anyway, so we were snorkeling like 10 minutes or something. And then I realized that we're quite far out. Like I tried to follow a fish and I was
Mm.
like, oh wow, I cannot follow the fish. And then I got up and I realized, whoa, the bright water is quite far away. And then my love, John, he was like, babe, we're too far, we have to go back. And I
Mm.
was like, yeah, let's go back. But literally we realized we cannot swim back. Like there's no, like, it's so strong, it's literally like being in a river,
Wow.
like. and we tried, you know, to swim against the current.
What was your thought
And
process as soon as you realized that?
you know, my love partner, my I still have a problem because love partner, fiance, you know. Anyway, John, I think he's very logic, you know, and he, like, within a few seconds he analyzed the situation, and he got like, he was so white in his face, and he had like, he knew if this is life threatening. So, and I was still like, okay, babe, come on, we can make it. Let's do it. And I mean, of course, I realized we're in a dangerous situation, but I thought, like, I have to be positive. I have to be strong here. And we tried like for 5 minutes, you know, swimming, 30 minutes, swimming, until my fiance, he got a muscle cramp. He couldn't swim properly anymore. And then he had trouble breathing. And, you know, I had to keep him above water and myself. And we were um, swimming against the current. And at some point, he couldn't breathe properly anymore. So I was like, okay, let's breathe together, breathe, push, breathe, you know, so that we make our tempo in the feet together. So maybe we have a little bit of a chance to come closer. But we were like so far out, no one could hear us. I was screaming several times, and I'm an opera singer, so I know how to be loud. But there was no way, like, there was no one in the over water villas. There was no one, and no one around, so that was not an option. And so I just thought, okay, let's keep above water until maybe someone finds us. And
Mm,
but the waves got stronger. I mean, we were out in the water quite far,
mm.
and I think no one from the villa side could have seen us anymore. And there was also no lifeguard, or, I mean, you know how it is in the Maldives. I mean, there's no one. So yeah, so I struggled 1.5 hours alone to keep us above water, and
One and a
until
half
my,
hours.
yeah, 1.5 hours. And I was constantly trying to turn my fiance in the direction that he doesn't see, because as soon as he saw how far we are, he he again couldn't
Panic, of
breathe. And
course.
I was like, okay, honey, we can make this. It's not too bad. We're getting closer. It's okay. Maybe will come a boat or someone, or I don't know. We will make this. Just focus, just breathe, just, it's fine. Oh, everything is going to be all right. I don't know how I was so positive, and I was like having him, and touching his heart so he can come down, and
You
telling him
had the
everything is
fight or
fine.
survive mentality, obviously.
That was like, I don't know what kicked in, and I didn't get tired actually. I was just like swimming until far away I saw two snorkelers. But I saw two snorkelers before, but they didn't hear us. And I was like, okay, they I mean, I was praying to God the whole time. I was praying to God. I was like, okay, if this is the time that we're supposed to die, um it's okay. I found love. John is wonderful, and I love him so much. If this is like our path, it's fine. But if it's not yet done, then please send us some help, because obviously we're struggling here. And also John said, babe, you have to leave me behind. I think you have to save yourself. And of course I would have never left him. I mean, he's my biggest love. I would never, and I knew he would drown. So anyway, and then I saw the snorkelers from far, and luckily they heard us after a while, after me screaming very loudly. Thanks, by the way, thanks to my voice teacher.
Thanks to your
No, I'm
voice
just kidding.
teacher.
And yeah, so they heard us and they came to our rescue, and they managed to get us a little bit closer. But then the current was too strong, and even like all four of us got out again. Like we all four of us lost again against the current again. And literally us four, we didn't know what to do. And then luckily one guy made it a little bit closer, and he took out his fins and he was waving, and by chance there was a doctor in one of the villas, and because he's not allowed to go inside for the PCR test, he had to do it outside. This was literally the only person who was out there during this whole 2 hours, and he saw the pins from far waving.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine if this person is not there at this time. So it was
The
really like
biggest stroke of
really
luck that saved 4 lives.
totally like even like even from the moment that the guy realized that something is wrong until they were there, it took like another 15-20 minutes or something. I mean, they're really not organized in that. And yeah, so luckily they came with the jet ski and they took John, and then come another, and they took us.
What
And
was the time period between when they took John and then you were still treading water, you
you know
individually?
the thing is, it was a couple who wanted to save us, and the woman was swimming with me while her husband was a little bit further up front because he was the one waving. So I was supposed to go with John on the jet ski, but I said, like, no, I'm not gonna leave this lady alone. I mean, I'm not gonna leave her
You
alone.
were
So
fighting. Wow, that's amazing.
no, but it was just staying, and like, let's say another 5 to 10 minutes or something, the other jet ski came, and
Wow.
I was like super, like, yeah, we got rescued, and yeah, I'm on a jet ski. And then as soon as I got off, and I saw John from far, I just broke down. I
Of
was like
course.
crying. I was like, and I still, honestly, I like sometimes in my sleep it haunts me.
I'm
Like,
sure.
I have the face of John, like, because I mean, he has beautiful brown skin, and like, but he was so white as paper, like,
I can't
literally.
imagine. Just for anyone who's just joining us, I just kind of want to bring people back to there is a woman currently missing in the Maldives, and authorities believe she was lost at sea. And you just had a scary experience, and you weren't the only person because we actually got a lot of comments who said that they had scary experiences, so they want to make it more aware. So when you got back into the hotel, and they heard about your story, what was the reaction of the hotel management?
I mean, honestly, they were. I think they could have done a way better job. Um, I mean, I had to ask for a meeting with the GM.
Mm.
I was the one who said I need to tell them that they need to tell everyone at arrival this, that they have to be careful, especially on this side. Um, I'm, I don't know. They tried their best, but they were not. No one really took responsibility. No one
Mm.
really was apologizing. I mean, we almost lost our lives. No one really. For example, the other couple, they left the next day. No one really went to them and apologized, or said told, said something nice. Like, I mean, if those two people wouldn't have been there, they would have had two dead people in their new 5-star beautiful um, Maldives resort.
This is the
So I
thing.
think they didn't take it very serious. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think we need, following from the story, I think there needs to, like you said, maybe responsibility and awareness. So, guys, if you're going to the Maldives, please be aware that the shore can take you out. You can get into tricky situations, and it's just something that needs to be kind of highlighted a bit more. We're running really low on time, but I just wanted
Sure.
to finish up by saying congratulations. You're newly engaged, and you had a bit of a happy ending in the Maldives.
Yeah, like a few days later. Actually, we wanted to get engaged literally on that day, but unfortunately, the resort couldn't make it happen. So, uh, actually, they were supposed to make it happen, and I was already dressed up, but they couldn't make it happen. So, anyway, we said then 2 days later we get engaged, and we had a
Wait, was
beautiful
the
dinner.
engage pre-planned?
We knew that we were going to get engaged, yeah, because it's
Wow.
just so obvious. We're so in love, and if COVID wouldn't be there, we would most probably be already married. But we cannot visit my parents in Austria, so that is the issue. Why, you know, and yeah. So luckily we got engaged, and
Wow, well, that's so nice. Really massive congratulations to you and John. I'm so glad you got a
Thank
happy ending.
you.
And I'm glad
Thank
that you're
you.
able to share this story so more people are aware. And hopefully the resort will take responsibility in future. Just all you needed was, hey, it gets choppy, be careful. That's all you needed, and you would have been careful. That's all they needed to say.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that they didn't know, because the nurse afterwards and several waiters, they said, yes, we were actually on these few days, we were already waiting that something is happening because the current was so strong. So they knew it.
It's
Yeah,
hard to hear.
I'm so grateful that God sent us help and that he gave me the strength, because if I would have had a problem swimming or something, we would have drowned 100%.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Bettina, thank you so much for sharing your story, and best
Thank
of luck to
you.
you and John in the future, and to the other couple. And they went out to you, and it was the fin that was seen. So I really kind of wish them the best of luck as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.